It's been a steep climb to the top for Hiroko Shimbo, one of the most prominent women in New York City's culinary world. Her trek began in Japan almost 40 years ago when she was single.
Back then, when women won't get married at the age of 25, well, we are called Christmas cake because Christmas cake, after the day of Christmas, nobody buys at the store. There is no point of buying a Christmas cake after Christmas.
Hiroko is cooking in her own home and mentoring a chef, a feat not possible if she had stayed in Japan.
The woman was traditionally a second citizen, a kind of slave. The women should get married and support the husband.
Hiroko moved across an ocean to pursue her passion for cooking. She has written several award-winning cookbooks and says it was her decision to move to America that paved the way for her success. But many female chefs still endure sexism, even in the American food industry. Maiko Kyogoku is the owner of Beso restaurant in NoHo.
There was one occasion where I was making meatballs. In Japanese, meatballs are called tsukune, so they were like chicken meatballs, and I was making a whole plate of them to fry in the fryer. And the head chef, as I was carrying the tray of meatballs to the fryer, he made a comment about how those meatballs weren't as perky as my breasts. I mean, it's hard to undo cultural patriarchy, though. I think that in many different parts of the world, including America, it's kind of a part that's embedded in society in terms of kind of a male-dominated hierarchy. So it comes down to undoing that, as well, and I think that's just going to take some time.
Barbara Sibley is the chef and owner of La Palapa Cocina Mexicana, a Mexican restaurant in the East Village.
When I went to talk to the landlord to sign the lease for the space with my then business partner, the landlord said to us, "What if the girls can't pay the rent?" So that's pretty indicative of how things have changed. So things have changed somewhat, but not entirely.
But organizations do exist to help women enter the industry and climb up the ladder. Sharon Frank is the president of the New York chapter Les Dames d'Escoffier. This international group was founded in 1973 to mentor and support women in the culinary industry.
It was a time when those industries were really dominated by men, and those women that were working in those industries really felt they needed to band together.
Hiroko was willing to move to find a culture that wouldn't force her into a certain gender role. But as the years pass, she finds that the world is slowly progressing towards equality.
And since when I was small, I was thinking that I will be someplace when I'm grown up. And I had a dream. I can fly every place.
I'm Jill Ryan.